Hello, I'm Mike, this is Will, we are the Tabletop Donkeys.
Hello.
I'm bringing you issue 56 of Warhammer 40k Conquest today, and apparently this issue is a sort of an apology for that single bike we got a few weeks back, because in this issue we get a lot of new Space Marines. We get a Primaris Ancient, 2 Primaris Lieutenants, and 5 Primaris Intercessors. But before we head into the issue, as always, if you want to skip straight to the battle report, there is a timecode in the description. We're heading into the issue now. We have some background on Primaris Ancients, the man with the banner here, what they specialise in, what their battlefield role is. And we also have some background on the organisation of each chapter. The chapter commander, and then the tech marines, the apothecaries, the librarians, and the chaplains, and then the different companies, 1st through 10th. And here we've got some fiction about a Grey Knight, say the Grey Knights, in action against demons on a demon-infested mining facility. The Grey Knights are sort of a special Space Marine chapter where they're all psychers and they're specifically trained to fight demons. And here we've got the overview of the sprue we get. It's one of the sprues from Dark Imperium, that's why there's so much stuff on it. And the build guide for all the different models. And they're all fairly easy to put together, and they're all basically monopose. You don't get too many options, even for things like head. I do quite like the poses though, I must say. And then the painting guide, the only really new thing here is the white and red stripes on the Lieutenant's helmet, which is the Ultramarine ones. Also the Silver Templars use that colour scheme as well. But other than that, it's painting. The painting guide covers Ultramarines, it's all fairly simple. The only really new thing here is the painting the banner. All this detail's moulded on, which is lucky, it makes it much easier to paint. They don't tell you to try and freehand the Ultramarines logo. I don't know whether they'll give us transfers to go there in the future, we'll have to see. But with that over, we'll head into our mission.
And now we're on to our mission for this issue, which obviously features our new bannerman, given the title Defend the Colours. Apparently the Death Guard are winning the battle for Kaylon, and the Silver Templars have been pushed back. But apparently Lord Felthius tires of the fighting and has decided to capture the company banner, which is presumably the one that was recovered a few issues ago, because that would be a huge stain on the honour of the Silver Templars, and cause them to lose heart should they lose their banner. So yeah, hence the title of the mission, Capture the Banner. And you can see we've got our deployment zones, which are, they're not actually marked as how far they are, so we're going to have to actually measure it on the battle map to figure out exactly where the models are allowed to deploy up to. As often happens, the Death Guard start in the city part of the board and the Space Marines in the Mechanicus sector. And then both players roll off to see who decides to deploy first, then we alternate deploying units, and then this time we roll off to see who takes the first turn rather than who finishes first. And then our victory conditions, we've got a victory point for every unit eliminated, victory point for killing a warlord, and 3 victory points for controlling the banner at the end of the game. Now what actually happens with the banner is that at the start of the game it is obviously the man with the banner, but should he die, then he is replaced with an objective marker, which can then be picked up by any other model. The model carrying the banner cannot shoot, advance or charge, as it says on the left hand side over here. And then as usual we have our 3 command points each to use in the game. And then of course we have our new datasheets for the new models we have for this issue. We have the datasheet for the Lieutenants, which gives their various weapon options. Obviously they're exactly the same as Lieutenant Cassius, there's no new rules here as it were, it's just slightly different war gear options. And then the weapon options, the one with the power sword is equipped exactly the same as Lieutenant Cassius, but there is also the option for a mastercrafted auto bolt rifle, which is the same as the one that the Primaris Captain has. The difference is that as a single unit you can actually get 2 Lieutenants, but they don't behave as a unit, as you can see down here, Company Heroes. They're set up at the same time, but they don't have to be deployed in unit coherency, and then they're treated as a separate model. So it's effectively you just get 2 guys for 1 selection, for 1 deployment choice. Then we have our profile for our Primaris Ancient, the man with the flag. So he's a sort of standard Space Marine hero profile, he's got 5 wounds, and he's only armed with a bolt rifle and a bolt pistol. But the thing he does have is the banner, so, well, it says Ultramarines here, but obviously we're going to be Silver Templars. Units within 6 inches of the banner add 1 to their leadership, so that puts them up to 10 on these Ultramarine successor models. And every time an infantry model is destroyed within 6 inches of the banner, then before removing it as a casualty, you roll a dice on a 4+, it can either shoot with one of its weapons or make a single attack as if it were the fight phase, and with the restrictions, so if it's within an inch of an enemy model, you can't shoot the bolt rifle, for example. So having had a look at that, we will get on to have a look at the armies and then on to deployment. So here we have our Space Marine army. We've got the Primaris Captain, and then we've got our new Lieutenant. You've gone for the one with the auto bolt rifle. Yeah. We've got the new Bannerman, the new Primaris Ancient with his lovely banner there. We've got the Redemptor Dreadnought, 3 Hellblasters, and a huge unit of 10 Intercessors. With there's the new sergeant at the front there. And we don't actually have we don't actually have 9 non-sergeants, so we've got an extra sergeant model in the back. He won't be a sergeant, he's taking his helmet off for some reason.
It's just a normal man.
We'll probably just get rid of him first.
And my captain will be the Warlord, and I'm going to take Storm of Fire, because I've got a lot of shooting in this game.
Yep, makes sense.
The extra AP is going to help a lot.
A few things as well to point out. The first thing, we've had a couple of comments about the new Space Marine Codex. We don't know anything about the new Space Marine Codex as far as the magazine is concerned. It hasn't told us that... Well, what's going to be relevant in this game is the Captain and the Lieutenant's bolt rifles. The auto bolt rifles are only going to be 2 shots, not 3, because the magazine hasn't told us that they've gone up to 3.
And we won't be using the bolter drill or storm assault rules either.
No, that's true. No, we won't have any of that. And the other thing is that this big unit of 10 Intercessors, according to the datasheet that we have from the magazine, they do not have the combat squad rule, so they're stuck as a big blob of 10. They can't split into 2 units of 5. Yeah, we got the datasheet back in issue 14 or so, and we haven't had a new one since, and it doesn't have the combat squad rule on it. So, and here's our Death Guard army. We've got Lord Felthius and the Tainted Cohort. We've got 7 Plague Marines with 2 Blight Launchers, a Champion with Plasma Gun and Power Fist, 12 Poxwalkers, and the Myphitic Blight Hauler. And the Warlord will be Lord Felthius, as you might expect, and he's going to have the Revoltingly Resilient Warlord trait, which is 4+ Disgustingly Resilient. So we've figured out where the deployment zone is supposed to be according to the map, and it's just where that range ruler marks it out as for the Space Marines. And for the Death Guard, it's a little bit clearer. It's basically the edge of these, this brown zone here and the grey one over here. So now we roll off to see who gets to deploy first. So I will roll a 2.
I got 2
as well. Try again. 4.
6.
So would you like to deploy unit first or second?
I'll deploy second.
Just to make things slightly easier, I'm going to deploy these 2 units in the teleportarium as my first 2 choices, so Space Marines can deploy 2 units, and I'll deploy my third.
So my first choice will actually be the banner. He'll be right at the back here. And then the squad of 10 Intercessors, all on a big line.
And my first deployment will actually be the Blight Hauler, because I want it to be behind this wall, and so I don't want to put anything else in the way, so that's going to go down first.
So my second choice will be the Hellblasters. We're all deploying a bit further back from our deployments, just so we're out of any light launcher range or anything.
Now I've put down all of these Poxwalkers here.
Next deployment is going to be the Primaris Captain. He's just going to go behind the line.
And then I've put down my 7 Plague Marines behind the Poxwalkers, and they're all within 7 inches of the bubble of cover from the Blight Hauler. And that's actually all my deployment, so Space Marines can deploy the remaining units.
So my final 2 deployments, the Lieutenant's just going to go there next to the banner, and the Dreadnought's going to go alongside.
So now we roll off, and whoever wins goes first. There's no choice in the matter by the wording of this mission, so I've rolled a 5.
I've got a 6, so we have to go first.
So we'll be on to Space Marines, turn 1.
Perhaps not ideal to go first, but the Intercessors have moved up there 6 inches. The Hellblasters have moved up a little bit. They're only going to be in range of the Poxwalkers, whereas the Intercessors are going to be in range of the Plague Marines. Dreadnought has moved up as well, also in range of the Plague Marines. And the 3 characters have moved up to get everyone within their aura, so the banner is within 6 inches of every model in my army, just in case someone gets killed. And then it'll be on to the shooting phase. So I'll start with the Dreadnought. He'll put the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, because it's anything range, into the Plague Marines. He has 12 shots hitting on 4s, 3 rolling 1s because of the captain.
That's a lot of 1s and 2s.
That's a lot of 1s and 2s. Well, that's pretty bad. Rolling 1s into another hit. 4 hits. Well done, Matt. Dreadnought. Wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
Rerolling 1s.
Yeah, it's 5 hits.
3 wounds.
Okay, these are AP -1, but I got cover from the Blight Hauler, so I failed 1 still. Disgustingly Resilient. Made it.
So the Intercessors will also shoot the Plague Marines. Going to try and whittle them down. 10 shots hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Again, that's a lot of 2s. 6 hits. Wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. That's 2 wounds at AP -2.
Yes, so Storm of Fire, so with cover I got a 4+ against these. Failed 1. Disgustingly Resilient. No.
Hey, we killed a Plague Marine.
Let's do this one.
And then I'll do the Hellblasters. They'll shoot at the Poxwalkers because they're the only target in range. And they're not going to overcharge, so 3 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. Right, stop rolling 2s! Wounding on 2, re-rolling 1s. It wounded.
And you killed a Poxwalker.
Yay! And that'll be all of my shooting. Not particularly effective, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Yes, so that means we'll be on to Death Guard, turn 1. First thing we do is advance the Poxwalkers because they're currently in the way of everybody else, so we rolled a 4. That'll probably be enough. Plague Marines also need to advance to get within 2 inches of the ammo boxes, and I'd rather have the ammo boxes for the blight launchers than get a plasma gun shot, well, a bolt gun I suppose technically, which I would be able to if I don't advance, but I think the rerolling ones would be better. So, well, they rolled a 6, they only needed to roll 1, so the Plague Marines get to there. I didn't bring them any further forward than that because, well, you'll see in a minute. And the Blight Hauler has come up to there. It's just within multi-melter range of the Dreadnought. Then the reason I didn't bring these Plague Marines any further forward than this is I'm now going to spend a command point for Cloud or Flies, so you won't be able to shoot them unless they're the closest unit. I'm down to 2 command points. And we're not going to bring Lord Felthius and Tentacle in at this point, so that means we'll be on to the shooting phase. We'll do the Blight Hauler first. It's not quite within 2 inches of the ammo crate, it didn't have quite enough movement. So it's going to shoot crack missile and multi-melter at the Dreadnought. So we'll do crack missile, hits on a 4, it didn't, and multi-melter also hits on a 4. Reroll, not rerolling ones, because I'm not within range of the ammo crate. And I'm not going to reroll that as well with the command point at this point. Now we've got the 2 Blight launchers. They're not quite in range of the Hell Blasters, so we're going to start chipping away at these Intercessors, I think. So we've got 4 shots, ignoring the -1 for assault weapons, and advancing because we're Death Guard. So that's 3 hits so far, rerolling 1s, because the ammo box, 4 hits. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's 2 2s, so that's 2 wounds.
2 5+ armour saves. I made 1.
So D3 damage, 2. So 1 dies.
That will kill Sergeant, not Sergeant Decius.
Yep.
But he is within 6 inches of the banner, so on a 4+ he gets to have a shot. He does. Now, he can't shoot at the Plague Marines, so shoot at the Poxwalkers, I guess. So he's only got 1 shot, hitting on 3 rerolling 1s. He hit, wounding on 3 rerolling 1s, he wounded.
And he killed a Poxwalker.
Yay!
I'll take one off the back. There you go, that's what the banner does. But that'll be the end of my turn, because obviously a lot far too far away to charge, so that means we'll be on to Space Marines, turn 2.
Here's my movement, we've all moved up again. The Intercessors have moved up into this sort of odd crescent shape in order to get everyone within rapid fire range of the Poxwalkers. The Hellblasters have moved up as well, just a little bit, as have all the characters in the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought's now in range of the Poxwalkers with its Fragstorm launchers as well. Not quite everyone is in range of the banner, but we can always remove people who are in banner range first.
Right.
But then it will be on to the shooting phase. I'll start with the Intercessors. They're going to shoot the Poxwalkers, because we can't shoot the Plague Marines. So we'll have 18 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. There was 1 2 in there.
Yeah, there were 3 ones.
I'll take that. Into 17 hits.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. 14 wounds.
So 14 disgusting unit rolls. Oh, one's fallen off the table. So this 5 here was actually a 4, I knocked it over. So I have made 5 of those. So that'll be 9 dead. That leaves 1 lonely Poxwalker, although he's still closer for Cloud of Flies purposes, so you're still going to have to kill him.
So next I'll do the Ancient. He'll fire his bolt rifle at the 1 lone Poxwalker, see if I can kill it off.
Yep.
1 shot hitting on 3. 3 rolling 1s because of the captain. He hit. Wounding on 3 rolling 1s. Oh, 2.
Oh.
The Lieutenant will have a go, try and kill this 1 Poxwalker. 2 shots hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. They both hit. Wounding on 3s, rolling 1s.
Oh, I have actually got cover, and this gun has AP 0. So yeah, so one of these gets a cover save. So on a 6, no, and then they're both 2 damage.
Yeah.
The other one's AP -1 Storm of Fire. Yeah, you killed it.
And that'll be a victory point for me for killing a unit.
Yes, it will. There we are. That's 1 victory point for the Space Marines on the yellow die. There.
I'll do the Dreadnought next. He'll shoot at the Plague Marines.
Yes, you can now because there's nothing in front of them, so they're closest.
12 shots with the heavy onslaught cannon, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. That's better. Rerolling the 1s turns into 3 more hits. Wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s.
1 6, but it's a fair few wounds. So I'll do these 4. These are AP -1, so I ignore that because of cover. So 3 pluses, failed 1 of those, and then this one's AP -2. It's a 4+, failed that. So 2 disgusting resilient rolls, I made 1. So we'll lose a bolt gunner.
I'll do the Captain next. He'll shoot at the Plague Marines as well.
Right, yes, the same gun as the Lieutenant.
2 shots hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Oh, double 1 twice, wow.
Okay. And then I'll do the Hellblasters. They're going to shoot at the Plague Marines also. So I will overcharge.
Okay.
So Hellblaster number 1 misses, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. Hellblaster number 2 hits. Hellblaster number 3 hits. 2 wounding on 3s, rolling 1s. That's 2 wounds.
One's at AP -5, but it doesn't make any difference. We're straight to disgusting resilient. So the first one.
They got 6+ armor save.
On the one that wasn't a 6, I get a 6+ armor save because of cover. which I failed, and then these are both 2 damage each.
Come on.
And for the second hit, I'll take that disgusting resilient I rolled earlier, so there will be 1 death for that, because there's another bolt gun from here. That'll be all of your shooting, so that'll be the end of your turn. So on to Death Guard, turn 2. So in the movement phase, the remaining Plague Marines have moved up 5 inches this time, so everyone can shoot. The Blight Hauler has moved ever so slightly, so it's within 2 inches of the ammo boxes, but I don't want to get him too far forward, it'll get charged. And at the end of the movement phase, we have brought in the Tainted Cohort and Lord Felthius over here. I'm not going to spend the command point for Cloud of Flies this turn, don't think, because you probably can override it fairly easily, so not going to bother. So we will be on to the shooting phase. We'll start with the Blight Hauler again, shooting at the Dreadnought again. So it's within range of the ammo boxes now, so re-rolling 1s. So we'll do a Crack Missile on 4, that's 3, and the Multi-Melter on 4, that's 2. So nice. We'll do the Plague Marines next. They're within rapid fire range of the Hellblasters, so we'll shoot at them with everything. But we'll start with the Blight Launch. No, we won't. We'll start with the Champion's Plasma Gun. 2 shots, we're going to supercharge, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's 2, so 1 hit, wounds on a 3. No, 2, sorry, that is a wound.
6+ armor save. Nope, so a Hellblaster will die. And then on a 4+, he gets to act. He does not.
Next, we've got the Blight Launchers, 4 shots on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 3 hits, wounding on 3s. Again, re-rolling 1s, but 2 wounds.
5+ armor saves, made neither.
So D3 damage on the first. Oh, it's just 1, so it'll kill 1 guy.
So regular Hellblaster will die. And a 4+, he gets to act. He does. So this Hellblaster who died is not quite within rapid fire range of the... He's not within rapid fire range of the Plague Marine, sorry. He is within range of the Terminators. Yeah. So he'll overcharge, because he's already dead. Doesn't matter if he blows himself up.
Nope.
2 shots hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, you're rolling 1s. Come on, wound. Oh.
Not quite. 4+ invulnerable save. Nope.
You're...
2 damage.
Come on, dead Terminator.
Takes stinging resilient.
Oh.
No, it takes 1 wound. We'll put it on the sword man at the back. I mustn't forget the bolt gun. 2 shots on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's 1 hit, wounds on 4. Yep. And then the Terminators get to shoot. They'll try and get rid of the Hellblaster Sergeant, I think, so we've got 8 shots hitting on 3s. Oh wow, they all hit.
Blimey.
They wound on 4s. Only 3.
3+ armor saves to charge.
He takes a wound. So the Sergeant's down to 1 wound. That's it for my shooting. On to the charge phase. We'll do the Tainted Cohort first, charging at the Intercessors.
So all the Intercessors are in rapid fire range, so we've got 18 shots, hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1s. So we're up to 4 hits. All 1s, re-roll into another hit. So we've got 5 hits. Wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. So that's 2 wounds at AP -2.
So 4+ on this. Oh, maybe that's
there you go.
Then they have a 9-inch charge to make. 6. Yeah, I'm going to use a command point.
50-50 chance.
50-50 chance, reroll this, I need a 4+. No, another 1, so they don't go anywhere. And I'm not going to charge Lord Felthius in by himself, because the last time that happened, it didn't go well. So that'll be the end of Death Guard turn 2. On to Space Marines turn 3.
So here's our movement. The Intercessors have all moved up, so we can get probably actually closer to the Terminators now, but we're all going to move up towards over in that way. And the rest of the infantry have followed them, and the Dreadnought has come across to get close enough to the Terminators for a charge. So I'll start the shooting phase off with the Intercessors. They're going to shoot at the Plague Marines. 18 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. That's 17 hits. Wounding on 5s, rolling 1s. So that's 8 wounds so far, re-rolling the 1s. Gets another 2 wounds. 4 3+ armor saves and 6 4+ armor saves.
Yes, because they are still within the cover radius. So 3 pluses, failed 1. 4 pluses, failed 3 of those, yeah. So that's 4 disgusting resilient rolls, which I've made 2 of, so 2 Plague Marines go down.
Next I'll do the Dreadnought. He'll put everything into the Terminators.
Right.
So the Heavy Flamer has D6 automatic hits. 1. Wounding on 4. It did.
-1, so 3+, made it.
The Fragstorm Grenade Launchers get 5 shots. Hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. There's 1 wound at AP -1.
Or fire again, 3+. Yes.
And the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. 12 shots hitting on 4s because we moved, but re-rolling 1s because of the Captain. 8 hits. Wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Right, it's 5 wounds at EP -1.
Yeah. And that's 3+, so yeah, so failed one of those. Disgusting, resilient. Yes.
And the Hellblaster Sergeant will rapid fire into the Terminators. He's will overcharge, so he's got 2 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. 2 wounds. 4 plus
4 plus is vulnerable save, yeah, so the AP doesn't matter. Made one, failed one, so 2 damage. Yeah, it kills the wounded man at last, so sword man goes down.
The Ancient will rapid fire at the Plague Marines. 2 shots hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 5s, rolling 1s. It's 1 wound at AP -2.
Yeah, got cover, so that's 6, yeah, fine.
Then the Captain will shoot at the Plague Marines. 2 shots hitting on 2s, rolling 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 5s, rolling 1s. So that's 1 at AP -1.
AP -1, yes, which I ignore because of cover, so 3+, made.
And the Lieutenant will do the same thing. Hitting on 3s this time.
No.
No hits.
No hits.
So it's on to the charge phase. The Dreadnought will charge the Terminators and Felthius.
Okay, so we'll start with the auto-hitting Plague Spewer. It gets 2 hits, wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. No wounds from that. And then 4 shots from Combi Bolter on 6s. That's a hit. Wounds on a 5. Nope.
Charge distance 8. That's going to be enough to get him into range with both of them. So he's going to complete his charge like that.
So he's actually only in melee with Felthius. He had enough movement to stay away from the Terminators.
Intercessors will declare a charge on the Plague Marines.
We won't supercharge the Plasma Gun because...
Can't reroll ones.
But I'll do the Blight Launch first, actually. On 6s, nothing. And the Plasma Gun, 2 shots on 6s, nothing.
And charge distance is 9.
That'll be enough.
That'll be enough.
So they complete their charge like so, move the tank trap out of the way because it doesn't impede infantry in their movement.
I'll start with the Dreadnought. I'm going to use a command point for Wisdom of the Ancient so you can reroll 1s. And then I'll spend another command point for Death to the Traitors so that if he rolls a 6 to hit, he can make an additional attack.
Yep.
But he has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s, but that's a 6.
So yeah, reroll the 1 and the new 6.
Probably shouldn't have done it that order, but roll 2 3s, so they all hit.
2s for strength 14. Don't whiff.
Do you want to reroll one of them?
Oh yeah, I'll reroll one of them.
Okay, so you add a command point to rerolling that 1.
There we go.
So 3 wounds. 4 plus invulnerable saves. Made 2. Yeah, you have to roll well to kill him, so I'll take that, I won't reroll it.
D6 damage, 2.
And then he ignores these on 4s. He ignores 1, so he takes a wound.
So he's down to 5. Consolidate into
Okay, you will consolidate into the Terminators.
Yeah, just to tie them up. Then the Intercessors.
So they pile in like that, and they all get to attack.
So we have 19 attacks between the Intercessors. Hitting on 3s, so not within range of the Captain. Yeah, so that's 16 hits so far. Wounding on 5s though, and we're still not in range of the Lieutenant either.
That's 4 wounds, and AP nothing, so 3+, failed one of them. And he doesn't live, so 1 dies. So we'll lose the Blight Launch out of there, and this man at the back is close to the champion, so fortunately he cannot pile into the Blight Hall.
But I think this man will consolidate here.
Okay.
Just so that the Blight Hauler can't get around.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
He ends up slightly closer. But the champion gets to hit back.
On 4s, 2 attacks, 1 hit, no death to the False Emperor, because -1 to hit. I didn't wound, that's a 1. We'll do Felthius next. He's got 4 attacks hitting on 2s, on Dreadnought, they all hit, and we've got death to the False Emperor, which gets a 5th. He's strength 7, so he wins on 4s, rerolling 1s, that's not bad. Now that's 4 wounds at AP -3.
6 plus armor saves. Made 1, so 3d3 damage.
Yes. That's 6, that's average.
So Dreadnought's down to 7.
No, he won't consolidate into it, but the Terminators will
Pile in.
They'll pile in round to get a bit closer. And then we've got 2 attacks from the axe on 3s, that's 2 hits, wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s, that's 1 wound at AP -2.
5 plus. Made it.
Made it. And then 2 attacks from the man with the fist. He gets 2 hits. They win on 5s as well. Nothing. These Plague Marines lost 3 models this turn.
Yes.
So this champion does have to take a morale test. On 6, he will run away. No, he's alright. So that's the end of Space Marines turn 3. On to Death Guard turn 3. So in my movement phase, this champion in here can't fall back, so he might as well stay where he is. The Blight Hauler is also going to stay where it is, because wherever I go, probably you'll be able to charge it, and at the moment it's within range of 2 inches of the ammo boxes and 12 inches of the Dreadnought. Tainted Cohort and Lord Felthius have fallen back, so they've come towards the banner in doing so. So yeah, with that we'll be on to the shooting phase. As usual, forgot Lord Felthius' aura, which technically goes off at the start of my turn, so on a 4+, the Dreadnought will take a mortal wound. We did.
So it's down to 6.
Yes, which is in its bracket.
Middle bracket.
Middle bracket. The only thing we have to shoot is the Blight Hauler, which will shoot everything at the Dreadnought. So we've got the multi-melter hitting on 4 rerolling ones. Oh, it hit finally.
Hey.
It wounds on a 3. That's a 1, but I'm going to use my last command point now. Reroll that.
Yeah,
Need this to go through. That's a 4, so that is a wound. It doesn't get an armor save.
2d6, pick the highest.
Yes, 6.
Now the Dreadnought dies.
It might blow up.
On a 6 it blows up. No.
Well, the Dreadnought goes down.
And that'll be a victory point for the Death Guard.
So that's 1 all so far. But that's all my shooting, because all its other guns obviously are wasted. So we'll be straight onto the fight phase, where this champion will try and hit some intercessors before he dies. So 2 attacks, we've got 1 hit. It wins on the 2. It did this time at least.
6+. Nope.
No, D3 damage. 3, so I'll take out an intercessor.
I'll take that guy, that's back.
Okay. So the intercessors get to hit back now.
They have 17 attacks now.
Yeah.
17 attacks on 3s. So there's 9 hits. 3 on 5s. 1.
It wins on armor save. I've made. So the champion lives somehow. But with that, we'll be on to Space Marines turn 4.
The Hellblaster Sergeants are going to move up over here. Intercessors are going to stay where they are. And then these 3 characters are all going to advance.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Lieutenant. He gets to go an extra 6. The Bannerman an extra 1. And the Captain an extra 1. So yeah, we finished our advances like that. Hopefully get pretty much everyone within aura range, or at least some of the Intercessors. And so be on to the shooting phase. I'll do the Intercessors first. We've got 8 pistol shots hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. 6 hits. Really on 5s, you're rolling 1s. Nope, 2 wounds. 2+, because technically you've covered, ain't you?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's strange, but I am. Yeah, well, double 6.
Yeah. And then the Hellblaster Sergeant will shoot at the Terminators.
Okay.
And he will overcharge. 2 shots hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. Rolling the 1, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, you're rolling 1s. Always a 2.
4+ invulnerable save. Nope. And then 2 damage. So disgusting resilient. Made 1. So we'll take this wound on the Plague Spewer Man this time.
Yep. Next we'll do the Captain. He'll shoot at the Terminators.
Yep.
So 2 shots hitting on 3s, rolling 1s because we advanced. So that's 1 hit. Wounding on a 5, wounded.
No armor penetration, so that passed.
And the Lieutenant will do the same thing, but hitting on 4s this time. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rolling 1s. Nope. So it'll be on to the fight phase. I'll pick the Intercessors to go first.
Okay.
So we have 17 attacks. Hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. And that's 3 more hits. Wounding on 5s, you're rolling 1s. 6 wounds so far, rolling to 2 more.
Wow, okay. 3+ armor saves. I have failed 2 of them. So we need a double disgusting resilient. Oh, we've made it as well. Oh, this champion refuses to die. So, he'll hit back. And he's got 2 attacks on 4s. They both hit. They wound on 2s. He's both wounded.
6+ armor saves, made neither.
D3 damage. 1, so it just kills one
Our
guy.
Intercessor dies. Take away this man.
So that'll be it for Space Marines turn 4, on to Death Guard turn 4. In my movement phase, the Tainted Cohort and Lord Felthius have moved a little bit closer to the characters. Champion's still stuck in melee, and the Blight Hauler has come over here. I can't get a character as the closest unit because this big blob of Intercessors is here, but... So the only target for the Blight Hauler is the Hellblaster Sergeant, so he will shoot at him with everything. So we've got the multi-melter on 4. It hit, it wounds on a 2. It did. He doesn't get an armor save, so he's dead, yeah, because he's got 1 wound left.
On a 4+ he gets to do something. Nope. That'll be another victory point for the Death Guard.
So 2 victory points to 1 so far. Terminators are closer to the Captain, so they will shoot at him. So we've got the auto-hitting Plague Spewer, gets 3 automatic hits, wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. No, that's 2, so that's 2 wounds.
4+ invulnerable save. Made both.
And the Combi Bolter gets 3 hits, 4s, 2 wounds.
3+ armor save. Made 1 third one. Captain goes down to 5 wounds.
That's all my shooting, so in the charge phase, the Tainted Cohort will charge. We'll charge all 3, I suppose, because if I roll well, I can probably get into the banner.
Well, I guess we'll all overwatch with crack grenades. So, Captain's crack grenade, hitting on a 6, re-rolling 1s. Nope. Lieutenant's crack grenade. No. Ancient's crack grenade. No.
No, charge roll is 5.
It's going to be enough.
So they get to there. I haven't brought the Ancient and the Lieutenant into combat yet, so Lord Felthius will charge all 3 characters as well, so you get to Overwatch again.
So we're going to Overwatch, not in crack grenade range. So we've got the Lieutenant's gun, hitting on 6s, rerolling 1s. 1 hit, winning on 5s, rerolling 1s. Nope.
No.
And the bolt rifle from the Ancient, hitting on 6s, no.
His charge range is 10. So he comes in like that, which does get the Ancient within 1 inch of him. So we'll start with Felthius. He's going to put all his attacks on the Bannerman. So we've got 4 attacks on 2s. Not rerolling 1s, but that's Death of the Emperor. 4 hits. Wounding on 3s, 3 rolling 1s. That's a 2, so it's 3 wounds.
3 6+ armor saves. Made none of them.
So 3d3 damage. 5, that's
So
just
he
enough to
dies.
kill it. So, so the banner is dropped there, like that, and the Death Guard get a victory point, so it's now 3-1. Terminators will go, and this guy will consolidate round, picking up the banner as he does so, because he has to move into contact with it, and it doesn't specify in what phase you have to do that. And then they will put all their attacks on the captain. So we've got the axe on 3s, and on 3s again. That's 2 wounds.
4+ invulnerable save. Made 1 failed one. Captain's down to 4 wounds.
And with fists on 3s, 1 hit, wounding on 4. That's a wound.
3+. Made it.
And then it's my pick, so the champion will just fight these Intercessors again on 4s. That's another hit. Wounding on 2. No.
I'll pick the Intercessors to go first. Maybe we'll finally kill that Plague Marine. So we've got 15 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. We're rolling 6 inches of the captain. Rolling all the 1s. Turns into another 3 hits. 10 hits. Wounding on 5s, rolling 1s. 3.
Armour save. Failed 2.
Oh.
Disgustingly resilient. No, I haven't done the double disgusting yet,
Oh.
so he finally goes down.
And I get a victory point for killing a unit.
Yep, so it's now 2-3.
So the Lieutenant will fight the Terminators.
Yeah, I did bring him within an inch, so...
So he has 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s, you're rolling 1s. Wounding on 5s, you're rolling 1s. It's 1 wound, 2+ armor save.
Yep.
And then the Captain, he'll also put his attacks on the Terminators. So he has 5 attacks with his power sword, hitting on 2s, you're rolling 1s. They will hit. Wounding on 5s, you're rolling 1s. More than 1. 3 wounds. 3 4+ armor saves.
Yeah,
Vulnerable
4
saves.
plus invulnerable saves. Failed 1, disgustingly resilient. It's quite important. That's a 5. He lives. Well, that'll be the end of Death Guard turn 4, so we're on to Space Marines turn 5.
The Intercessors have moved up along, and the 2 characters fell back out of melee. So it's on to the shooting phase. So we'll start with the Captain. He'll throw a crack grenade at the Terminators.
Right.
1 shot, hitting on a 3 because we fell back. It hit, wounding on a 3. It wounded.
3 plus, because it's -1. Or was that a 6? It was a 5, but I rolled a 2, so that's D3 damage.
D3 damage, 1.
Yep, he dies though.
So that's the banner dropped.
Yeah, so this Terminator goes away and the banner stays there.
The Lieutenant throw a crack grenade at Felthius. Hitting on a 4. You hit, wounding on a 3. Rerolling 1s. Wounded, AP -2, so 4+.
Yeah, because Storm of Fire. I rolled a 2 anyway.
D3 damage, 1.
Ignores it on a 4. He did.
And the Intercessors will shoot at the Terminator. Yeah, 1 will throw a crack grenade and then there'll be 6 bolt rifles. Crack grenade on a 3, hits, wounds on a 3, wounds.
-1, yeah, he made that save.
12 shots, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1. Yeah. It's 10 hits, wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. 3 so far, rerolling the 1s. So that's 2 3+ armor saves and 3 4+ armor saves.
So 3 pluses, fail 1, and then 4 pluses, fail 1, so that's 2 disgusting resilient on the Terminator, which he made both of.
The Intercessors will declare a charge. They'll charge Felthius.
Okay.
Together in. The Intercessors will come in. Sarge moved over the banner, but he won't pick it up. Then this Intercessor will pick it up, but he can't fight.
No, because when he's carrying the banner, he cannot shoot or fight.
Yep. So we'll have 13 attacks on Felthius. 13 attacks hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. So that'll be 10 hits. Wounding on 5s, you're rolling 1s. You're rolling the 1s. Nothing, so it's 3 wounds.
2 plus, made them all just about. And then obviously Felthius gets to hit back. He's got 4 attacks on... they all hit, and the Death Falls Emperor. So 5 hits, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s, all the 2s. That's 3 wounds.
3, 6 plus armour saves. Made none of them.
So d3 damage each. First one does 3, so dead, dead, and dead. So that's 3 Intercessors down.
Take those 3.
Okay. That's 3 Intercessors dead is not quite enough for a morale test because they've got leadership 9, and the end of Space Marine's turn 5. So on to the final Death Guard turn 5. So that's my movement phase. I have to kill all the Intercessors basically. So Blighthall's moved around there because it can't charge the Intercessors through here because it can't go over this wall annoyingly. And Terminator's there. So in the shooting phase, I can't shoot the Intercessors. The Blighthall I can't shoot anybody because the closest to the Intercessors. Actually, the Terminator's closer to the Intercessors as well, so I can't shoot. But it doesn't matter because I don't care about these characters. So in the charge phase, well, the Terminator's in.
You've got Lord Felthius' aura as well.
Yeah, we've got Lord Felthius' aura as well. On a 4+, an Intercessor takes a wound. No. And the Blighthall needs to charge. It's probably going to need to roll something because there's a tank trap in the way. 5, so it's down to a 3. So yeah, it's just enough. 3 is just enough with that charge to get in within range. And I'll attack with that first. It has 3 attacks hitting on 4s. That's 2 hits. 3s. 2 wounds, AP -2.
5 plus. Nope, dead Intercessor.
So 1
Take away
dies.
that one.
Yeah. Then the Terminator also charged. He gets 2 hits and a third. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, 1's at AP -3, 2 at AP -2.
5 pluses. Oh, made 1. 6 plus. Nope, it's another Intercessor.
Oh, the Terminator. Actually, you could have heroically intervened, actually. Did you want to heroically?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry, the captain would have heroically intervened into
Just in
the
case.
Terminator. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so Felthius has his 4 attacks, so hitting on 3s. They all hit, no Death Falls Emperor. Wounding on 3s. So 2s, 3 wounds.
6 plus armour saves. Didn't make any.
So d3 damage each. D3 damage, 1 on the first one, so then the second one will kill Sarge. So then we need to roll more than a 1. Right, it's 2. So the banner is dropped there, and then Felthius will consolidate into it, so picking it up. And I get victory point for destroying a unit.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a long bomb shot.
The captain could technically kill Felthius, so we're going to see.
Only 1s.
They all hit.
Really on 5s. No.
Only 1. So
It's around
I mean, it takes he doesn't make a save, but that will mean that at the end of the game, the Death Guard control the banner, so they get an extra 3 victory points. So it will be 7-2 for the Death Guard, and obviously therefore Death Guard victory. So we'll recap all of that for you now. So that was the mission from issue 56 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. What do you think about that?
I think you made lots of armour saves and discussing resilient rolls.
I did. You're not incorrect.
And I think I should have, I probably shouldn't have come out to meet you in the end.
Possibly not. If you stay right at the back and just shot me, I don't know if much of my army would have reached you.
Yeah, and I think it's still a fairly boring way to play. Also occurs to me partway through the game to just put the banner man on top of a thermic plasma relay, because then you couldn't actually reach him in melee.
No, that's true. I guess because he's got a big base, so you could just put him up there.
And then just form a wall around the base.
Yeah, so you could have done that.
And I think going first as well, I deployed in a way that so you would have to advance, or at least so you wouldn't have been in range straight off the bat. For having to go first, I suppose I could have actually just stayed.
Well, you also moved up in your second turn as well to get within. And to be fair, you did blow all the Poxwalkers away by doing that. And then I brought my Terminators down, but then again I failed my charge with my Terminators when they came down. So at that point, I guess you still could have run away.
Yeah,
and
probably
moved
would have
back.
been better to run everyone away.
You charged in the Intercessors with the intention of tying up the Blighthall, which was, to be fair, was not a bad idea because your Dreadnought was still alive at that point. But on the other hand, it's worth pointing out that I was actually 100 points down in this game, enough. So I had 100 points less stuff, and one way to make up for that is to roll well.
Well, then to be fair, it did counteract your Blighthall missed twice in a row.
Yeah, so the Dreadnought came into combat with full wounds.
Yeah.
Possibly shouldn't have done, because I got 4 shots at it and they all missed in early turns. So, in principle, I've got to kill that banner, and you start with the objective.
This doesn't seem particularly balanced. I mean, you could probably make up the points deficit as well by giving the Death Guard the Rhino.
It would certainly bring the balance back and be useful, because points isn't everything. I mean, in a game like this, a transport is really useful.
I mean, it's a game where you have to run across the entire board again, potentially, if I sat in the back.
Well, indeed.
And you actually have a transport and a character that make you faster.
Yeah.
But you don't have either of them.
Yeah.
Also, where the 100 points deficit is essentially the extra 5 intercessors we got.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Intercessors, even with Storm of Fire, Intercessors still struggle against Plague Marines.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And you've got mobile cover as well, so that would negate.
Yeah.
And they struggle apparently with wounding Plague Marines in melee.
Well, I mean, that's not really anything new. That's been going on for the whole time. But I did make an awful lot discussing Resilient on particularly... Well, that Plague Champion lived far longer than he probably should have done. But it's true. I mean, if you think about this army, if you'd had the same army with 5 fewer intercessors, to be fair, you did blow all the Poxwalkers away in one shooting phase. But other than that, the extra 5 intercessors were just really more wounds, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you said before, you're stuck with them as a single 10-man unit for the moment because they don't have combat squads rules yet. That's just not in the datasheet that we have for them. And it doesn't matter that much because to make them take a morale check, I'd still have to kill 4 of them, or 5 when they're near the banner actually, because they get +1 leadership from that. And then even then only one guy would run away. Because the problem with big units, of course, in this edition of Warhammer 40,000 is if you do a lot of wounds, then a lot of them are going to run away. So having smaller units essentially defeats the morale thing, but especially for elite troops, where you don't want them running away.
And when the Dreadnought didn't pull its weight as usual.
No, Dreadnoughts, they just don't have enough attacks in melee. I mean, its shooting wasn't brilliant either. But
well, I mean, it got 3 wounds, but only did 2, and you resisted 1, so...
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I have to, if I roll well for my invulnerable saves on Terminators and Felthius. He has squished Felthius before in the past, but...
You took him 3 turns.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think the Hellblasters pulled their weight terribly well either.
No, they didn't do too well. I mean, I did kill a few of them off as soon as I had the opportunity, to be fair, But of course, you did have the good old blob strategy for this. Of course, we captain and lieutenant, and now the banner as well that lets dying people. So I suppose we should talk about the units that we actually got with the magazine. I mean, for a start, this is a fantastic value for money issue.
Yeah, I mean, a minimum size squad of intercessors plus 3 characters.
Yeah, so eight models for £8 in the UK. That's £1 a model. I can't think of any other kit that is like approaching that value.
Yeah, I mean, this easily makes up for the single bike. I mean, these all come on one sprue, so I mean, it's not as if the makers had a choice, but still, it's definitely an issue you should get more than one of.
For 5 intercessors, as much as
and I really like the poses. I like the poses for the 4 random intercessors.
Yeah.
Not the sergeant.
The sergeant's one is a bit weird, yeah. And actually, the Primaris Ancient model only comes on the sprue that you get with this magazine. If you want that model, then actually, if you're in the UK, it's a bit late, unfortunately, because this magazine you probably won't find this one anymore. But if you're in some territory where this issue is yet to come out, and you don't have to buy a big starter set to get that model.
I mean, the man himself is nothing to write home about. He's just an intercessor with more attacks and wounds. It's basically as useful as the units you have in your army. So intercessors, okay, some of them might get to shoot twice. Hellblasters is really good.
Yeah.
And aggressors, it's pretty good as well, especially if you can shoot with an aggressor that's standing still.
Yeah.
I mean, Hellblasters is probably the best combination because then you can just overcharge. It works pretty well with the Apothecary as well, I guess, because the Apothecary can bring some people back, so they have another go at another chance to die and shoot again.
Yeah. And I mean, on +1 leadership, it's not that useful for Ultramarines, but I suppose if you're another chapter, then an extra pip of leadership is sometimes helpful.
I mean, I guess it would be useful with like the Librarian as well, maybe.
Oh yeah,
for that
powers.
Psychic Scourge or something.
Yeah.
And the 2 lieutenants, I mean, they're all right. I mean, they do struggle a bit with Death Guard. I mean, the Power Sword Man, literally the same as Lieutenant Calcius. I mean, it's all right against Plague Marines, I guess.
Same problem Calcius has. If they were normal Chaos Space Marines with toughness 4...
you'd go straight through them.
Go straight through them, yeah.
And the Auto Bolt Rifleman, it's the same gun as the Captain has. It does 2 damage, but it has no AP. I mean, it's 3 shots in the new Codex.
Yeah, it's actually, it's worth... I mean, I'd mentioned it a little bit in the army introductions, but yeah, we're not going to use stuff from the new Codex until the magazine tells us to, because...
Or if it tells us
Or indeed if, we've no idea, to be honest, at this point. And so there are a few bits and pieces like that. The aggressors are particularly benefit as well, but, if you're a new hobbyist into the hobby and you just get this magazine, this is your way in, then you don't know any better. So we're going to stick with it as it is for now. I don't know how publishing works, but they might well write these a few months in advance, so it's possible we might be several issues yet before if they're going to do it at all. Anyway, I think that's all we've got to say for this issue, so if you enjoyed this mission, then please let us know, like and subscribe, and if you have any thoughts about it, if you've played it yourself, let us know how it went. We've been the Tabletop Donkeys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye for now.